Hey Zen fam, so here we go, a few seconds to go till we get the new state of play. Admittedly, this is not the PS5 thing we've all been wanting and needing and craving, but we should get some interesting stuff out of this. Let's see what we got. Do please remember the giveaway at the moment on the channel, 23rd October, get me to 500. If you don't, the competition will be removed. Currently still looking for other Scottish YouTubers to be in a podcast. And here we go. Let's get that magical blue beep. It's going to be awesome. I love that. It's such a nice idea. Hopefully the sound is better this time around for this particular live reaction. And I think I've done a better job with the camera. Crash Bandicoot.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo Cortex and Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day.
Yeah, so there's maybe different masks in this one, like all types of different ways of warping stuff.
Series in over a decade. So for us at Toys for Bob, we felt that it was important to reintroduce longtime fans, as well as new players, to this amazing franchise.
I like this dynamic.
First, we made sure to incorporate the classic tense, precise, and perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with. And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today.
It looks good, but
let's start with
no.
Insanity Beach.
I would
This is where
suck
Crash's
so hard at
adventure
this.
first started, and where we picked things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games.
Yeah.
All while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore. Throughout Crash
Art
4,
is
you'll see
beautiful.
wide open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that, also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zip line as well. In the original
Obviously,
trilogy,
some
specifically
similar
Crash
art
Warped, there were certain
ideas
moments
taken
in the
from
game where
Ratchet and
Crash would
Clank.
change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle.
I like that.
That seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with
Imagine there must
tons
be
of
like a
awesome skins
motorcycle
that
level
you
where
can
you're
earn and wear
probably
throughout the game.
driving
These
at
skins
the
are totally
thing,
cosmetic
avoiding
and a fun way to
obstacles.
express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here.
I like that too.
Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels.
And hopefully
Crash
not
4 also introduces the
microtransactions.
quantum masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button,
Nice.
Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you, or Lonnie Lowly, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's going to have to wait for another day.
Imagine
What we
you
can
can't
tell
have
you
two
today,
masks
though, is that
operating at the
Crash
same
isn't
time,
the
so
only
that
character
probably
you get to take
gives you
control of during this
ability to
adventure.
different
For starters,
levels,
you can play the entire
allowing you
game
to
as
come at them in
Coco.
different ways for
Any level
different
that you can play as
types
Crash,
of
you can
gem
also
for
play as
100%
Coco.
completion.
It was also very
Which
important for us
probably
that you
also
take a more
ties into
prominent role in
the
the story
trophies.
this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex.
The gravity
He's all about
version.
using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingo Dial.
Nice.
I repeat, you get to play as Dingo
I
Dial
like
in Crash
that.
4.
I like that a lot.
A lot has changed in the
Uses
years since
up
we
the
last saw
boxes.
Dingo Dial. In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension.
It's always bad for a small businessman.
Finally, there's one more surprise I'm
I love the
incredibly
look of
excited
that.
to show you today. The Crash
Painting the
Bandicoot
level.
series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call inverted mode. It's our souped-up, bump-a-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspectives shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old tiny movie with the overcranked camera speed, increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that's going to give every player, especially the completionists out there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them.
Yeah, nailed it.
So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time.
Oh, it looks so good, but
Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
I just couldn't do Insane Trilogy yet. Back in early PlayStation,
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too.
Oh?
We opened the show with an all-new look at Crash 4, It's About Time, coming to PlayStation 4 on October 2nd. Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
Oh, some Hitman. Hitman always looks so gorgeous. I never got round to Hitman, I really should. It's always so atmospheric. The music is killer.
Besides, this is your big day. You should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself. Well, I have to go.
Okay, so we're assassinating someone at a sort of art show by looks of it. Guessing in Saudi Arabia. And the architecture and all the sort of sheikh-looking guys walking about. Oh yeah, definitely a high-up building. Nice. Definitely leaves you wanting more. In VR. I gotta have a go at that. Definitely gotta have a go at that. No actual gameplay. Where are you? Beautifully rendered, whatever you are. Does the note want to reform? Like turn its time back or something? Yeah, time's definitely going backwards. Why is time going backwards? Are we looking at? I mean, first of all, this is like something off the Mega Drive, but it's obviously clearer. Ah, breed, of course.
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern, high-resolution.
Many areas have been re-envisioned to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world. There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are new animations for smoother motion,
improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
We plan to make it the most detailed commentary in any game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
It's beautiful.
The Pathless is a mythic adventure set on a mystical island. Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS5.
A minute, so if they're going to do this for 40 minutes, they're going to
Hi
get through a
everyone,
lot of
this is
stuff.
Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless.
Ah.
The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter. The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape.
Ah.
Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless.
Textures.
So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights.
Oh.
This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the Hunter herself.
I'm gonna say, how are you gonna get all these shots off at this speed? Now we can.
With help from the eagle, you can even fly. The bond between the Hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless. You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping.
I like that. I could see this having a lot of legs and being a good streaming game.
Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
As well. I like that eagle maintenance.
You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look.
This is really nice.
Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap.
Ah. There's a progression.
You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures.
Okay. So it's becoming also a little bit of a 3D platformer and a puzzle finder. Sort of like Tomb Raider with a bird. But more.
The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open world games, there's no map. Instead, the Hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been.
I like that.
Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision.
Ah. There's your detective mode.
Giant cursed spirits, the source of the darkness, will pose a constant threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle.
Oh. I bet at one point you get your eagle taken from you and you have to go on a big mission to get your eagle back. This uses a totally different part of your skill tree. Look at that.
Stay still in the light to avoid detection.
Okay, so when you're lit, don't move. It's easier said than done, but that light flashes out all over the joint.
You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks.
Yeah. Does look like a really nice game.
From the the obelisks are
well
restored,
sell,
the cursed spirits will be vulnerable.
but I could easily see it
Chase them
coming
down through the
PlayStation
forest
Plus
to corner them in a dramatic final
within
battle.
the first year and a half, and then it's doing really well there. Like, there's too many of the big time AAA games that are going to get in the way of this being successful. But it is really pretty and really dynamic. And I would definitely play this given half a chance. Love the sound design. Crisp. Of course, blasting rings and projectiles.
The hunter and eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world.
Ooh, I like that. Don't know what it is, but I like it.
I hope you've enjoyed this overview of the Pathless.
Yes, I have.
We've only scratched the surface.
Have you enjoyed it, ladies and
There's so
gentlemen?
much more to explore and discover. The Pathless is coming out later this year. Thanks for watching.
Yes. Love the look of the protagonist. Really, really like that. That's definitely one to watch. And that's PlayStation 5, so yeah, holiday period.
Next
then.
up, let's see what's in store for Spelunky 2.
We're going to the Spelunky.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky.
Ooh.
For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family. I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways.
Yeah.
For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys and find hidden passageways. And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves.
You're going to need your brain for this game, boys and girls.
As a result, the stories players create.
I should stop getting
Even after
notifications
many,
when I'm
many
trying to
hours
make a
of
video.
playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about.
What? You made the game,
And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. It's been a long journey, but I think it's going to be worth it. Thanks.
Those look really, really good. And stressy. Yeah, pure stress fest on this. Definite controller creaker. Looks like a serious upgrade to the videos I've seen in the previous game, so yeah. What's next?
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Not a clue about this at all. Don't know this game from Adam.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
This game just screams Japan, doesn't it? It really does. Like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of kind of Link influences here.
I summon thee.
Yeah. So much Japanese RPG. Does look gorgeous though. But I mean, you know, we're in the last, you know, couple of years of PlayStation 4. Of course everything looks gorgeous.
If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
I love the double layers of sound here. You can hear music under the music.
Huh? Think you can get away?
Is it turn-based or is it actually just battling live? It looks turn-based. Yeah, not for me, but yeah, for you RPG guys, you're gonna love that. Oh, hello, what's this?
I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
Oh, hello. This looks a bit different. I'm loving the art style. Wow. I thought it was techno and now it's sort of fantasy. Or maybe it is techno. Kind of like somebody merged Tron with like Castlevania. I don't know what this is, but it has my attention. Okay, I don't know what that was, but ooh, pretty atmospheric, 2.5D. Oh no. Okay, so it's 3D platformer. Yes, I think it's still 2.5D when it moves like that. Okay, so it's a battler. This is just going to be a series of indie games, isn't it, with no explanation. Probably all with increasingly more and more beautiful art. It is lovely to look at. I've not a clue what that was about, but
It's time to talk
hello.
bug snacks.
Here we go.
Let's check out some gameplay footage captured from
Am I
PS5.
like the only person
My invitation
that
is
doesn't care
open.
about bug snacks?
Come join me.
Go on, make
the
me care now,
island
guys.
of bug snacks.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster? Is a two-bit con artist. Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense. I swear, if you chase this bug snack story, you're out of a job.
You're the journalist. Desperate said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite bug snack is. And feed it to me, Obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa? Oh, of course he
Okay, so
does.
fetch quest, Pokemon Snap,
Prototype traps that I could put to use.
Viva Pinata.
You're pretty good at stuff, and nobody hates you yet. Catch bug snacks and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
Well, say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. See if I can increase the light in here. Give me a second, guys.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
So we've got a Star Wars VR game. Oh, hello.
You must stop, Vida.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
Okay, so how many of the styles of lightsaber combat are you actually going to have to try and master? In my mind, as far as I know, there's 7 different styles of recognized lightsaber combat. And Force Lightning too. Thing is, you can't beat Vader because Vader doesn't get beaten till Jedi, so I don't see how that game pans out.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Hello? Almost like Eagle 1. Wait, is this an expansion? I think this is an expansion to Control. Yeah, it definitely is an expansion to Control. Come on. Game just gets weirder and weirder. Go away, messages. I gotta do something about the light in here, guys. This is a game I don't care about, so give me just a second. Okay, that's better. Okay, so this is a puzzle battler top-down type thing. Nothing I really normally would care about. Just as well I was sorting out the light. Yeah. That was a whole lot of nothing. Ooh, this looks interesting. Alright. This could be interesting. You're only moving amongst these particular types of drawings, though. These notifications. Oh, you can move the drawings about. Basically, like constructing a level for yourself. Oh, this has got legs. Would you look at that? Okay, this game's cute as well. Oh, I definitely have a go at that. Good, that's good mental floss.
Now let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
Oh, new game.
Forest shadows. Ghosts. Running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
So Newcastle.
Don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
There's a wolf in the night and he's talking.
They've taken everything from those they claim to protect.
Sounds a bit like David Butler, but not.
Authority and steel will not stop us.
That's nice to use in Scotland.
An invading army. We are Wraith. Bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
Whose height are we striking? Are we basically just muscle for hire? That's what it is. I think we're just guns for hire.
We take back what was stolen. And the people call us heroes.
From the dead.
To others, we are rivals.
I wonder if this is a squad-based thing. You make a squad of guys and you go do stuff, and other squads try to stop you, and also do stuff. That sounds really beautiful. And how much of this is gameplay and how much of this is CGI, is anybody?
We are all outlaws. But some of us will become legends.
Ooh. That is definitely one to keep an eye on. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Wow. I don't know what it is, but it looks like it belongs in the Nintendo system. Oh, come on. Oh, don't buffer like that. Fun enough, I'm getting people messaging me. Okay, so basically it's like a Pokemon ripoff. Or Digimon. Yeah, definitely a monster battler. Bit of an adventure storyline. Yeah, that's a hard pass.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic
Godfall?
launching
Does anybody
this
actually care
holiday.
about Godfall? I know we're all sad for next gen, but come on. This game's got a lot to do to impress.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Today, you'll be seeing extensive gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next-generation console. Please
it's a sci-fi game, but it looks to be fantasy.
So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action,
so it's fantasy.
Satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust loot progression systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional
teammates.
Adventures. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire. Godfall is a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay. There are no microtransactions, no waiting for content. It's all in the game on day one. As you adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top.
If Sony is clever, they're going to put this as a pack-in game.
A godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history.
Iron Man's
Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall. First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall.
Alright.
From a combat philosophy perspective, the melee combat in Godfall is intended to be fluid, dynamic, and interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive.
Oh.
Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves. In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes.
Okay, I'm getting my mind changed on this game, guys, I gotta say.
The dual blades, the polearm, the two-handed warhammer, and the two-handed greatsword.
Good with the double swords.
Each weapon class has their own unique movesets and playstyles, ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate play. As you defeat enemies in your adventures, you will acquire numerous weapons for each weapon category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades
okay, so this
and
really will make every
longsword
player
weapon classes.
and a multiplayer experience different.
The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades? As you build up charge, you can also activate inner focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time.
Oh yeah.
There's also mortal coil, where you can throw your blade into an enemy, pulling the enemy towards you, like pulling a cable.
Scorpion them. Get over here!
Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, Longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo.
As you play.
Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the Longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack.
Ooh.
If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword.
Oh.
The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time, you can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike.
I like that.
Shield is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets.
I can see this game being really big on the stream.
Just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack.
Oh, I like that.
You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies. And of course, you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
Cool. I'm going to see a boss battle by the looks of it. Okay, that looks like Warframe. Actually, there's a lot of Warframe about this. So Warframe and Anthem definitely are part of the DNA of this game. Right, in out mate, in out. Sweet. Some of those ones you try to get it the way and they'd never quite manage it.
We hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5.
Well, I don't know if I enjoyed
we
it,
also
but
want to
you
thank
certainly
all the
saved my
fans
mind
for
in it,
their
lads.
endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
So is there one more thing? We at least announce when the next event is? Don't leave me hanging, PlayStation. Don't leave us hanging.
That's a future of PlayStation. See you next time.
So that's it then. That is it. Oh well, some decent stuff there, guys. Okay, tell me what you thought below. I'm going to love you and leave yous. You know the drill. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. And of course, as always, aye, nae bother.